Welcome to OCU TV 22's News on the Twos. I'm Lauren Berlingeri.
And I'm Chandler Hardy. Here at News on the Twos, we'll keep you up to date on the campus news you need to know. We're just coming back from Thanksgiving break, and this is the time of the year when finals are looming.
But around campus, it looks like students are still in a holiday mood. Take a look. Lights are already up on the tree in the University Center. Student Affairs kicks off the Christmas festivities every year. They were decorating cookies and decking the halls. They're already getting ready for OCU's traditional Christmas event starting next week.
And a tradition that's hugely popular on campus is Ann Lacey's annual Home for the Holidays show. It's happening December 7th through the 10th. And you know those tickets are hard to get, so you might want to check OCU's website.
And for 2 days on the same weekend, you can catch the Christmas Vespers. Also, Methodist Hall is having a holiday decorating contest through the month of December. Also, lots of things to do downtown in the city, like going to the Devon Ice Rink, which is open until late January. You can also hop on the Bricktown Canal, rides on Thursdays, and buy gifts at the holiday pop-up shops until Christmas Eve.
That's right. You can also enjoy light displays by Film Row, Automobile Alley, and the Bricktown Canal lights.
And if you're wondering if it'll be nice enough outside to go to those events, News on the Two's Maggie Duncan has the weather. Over to you, Maggie.
Hey OCU, we may be heading into December, but if you were thinking about grabbing your winter coat, you might want to hold off just a little bit longer. If you're planning to head out on campus or around OKC in the next few days, here's what to expect from the weather. Today will be mostly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain. The high is 52 and the low is 41. It's also going to be windy during the day, but with the sunset happening around 5:30, the temperatures will drop and the winds will slow down as you're heading to dinner. Tomorrow, the high is 57 with a low of 40. It's still cloudy, but we may see some more sunshine coming through. And there's just a 10% chance of rain, so it won't ruin your weekend plans starting on Friday, where, as you can see, the temperatures will get up to 60 and down to 43. Again, there's just a slight chance of rain that'll stay the same all weekend. Moving into Saturday, you might forget it's even December. The high will be a sunny 67 and the low will only go down to 51. We'll have clear skies and subtle winds, which will drastically change by Sunday. The weekend will end with 21-mile-per-hour winds from the south, and it will be partly cloudy again. The high for Sunday is 69 with a low of 55. But those winds will stay strong even through the nighttime. For December, it's a great weekend to get out, especially with all the holiday events going on. That's all for the weather. Back to you.
All right, you gotta love that crazy Oklahoma weather. Thanks, Maggie. A resolution went before SGA to address and condemn racial prejudice on campus, and it almost didn't pass. News on the Twos, Miguel Rios has been following the story.
This semester, Black Student Association posters have been ripped multiple times, and a black student said he felt racially profiled by campus police. Now, student senators have passed a resolution some believe will improve race relations on campus.
Is a call to action in addressing these issues that have happened recently.
They first presented this resolution 3 weeks ago.
There is no call to action outside of thoughtfulness and discussion,
but had to table it because discussion took too long. They talked about the resolution again last week, at a meeting some students were at just to see if it would even pass.
I came to the meeting to just see how the resolution moves forward today and see if our SGA, Student Government Association, is actually has the guts to back up the minorities on campus.
At the beginning of the meeting, SGA President Randy Gibson Black announced a statement of his own. He wrote it with the Black Student Association president addressing the same issues.
I wrote it, he approved it, he actually referred this over to some of the things that were in the resolution.
This made some senators feel like the resolution would be redundant. Senator Tyler Patton said he supported the president's statement, but he still voted no on the resolution.
I'm 100% behind his statement. So it went back and forth on whether this one was reiterating it or was just basically saying more words.
And some voted no because they thought it wouldn't accomplish anything.
I don't want to say like you're not going to change people's way of thinking, but people are going to think the way they're going to think.
But still, senators for the resolution argued against each point.
Yes, you cannot end racism with a piece of paper. I don't think it's this one or this one that's going to end it. But I do believe that a statement made from all leadership is very important, regardless of how many leaders have stated it.
When it came time for the vote, 3 senators voted no, 6 senators voted yes, and 6 senators abstained, which meant the resolution was passed.
Honestly, it was a nail biter. It was tough. It was tough to be sitting there and like trying to sit still, trying not to get like frustrated. But it was all worth it.
For the people who abstained, I truly did not understand why. It seemed like they were abstaining from a position of weakness. They were missing the point of it, was the biggest thing that I got.
The resolution concluded with a call to action.
The student body as a whole should hold each other accountable for their actions. It needs to be widely apparent that prejudice and hate will not be condoned on this campus in order to maintain the safety of all the students that are trying to get an education here. And let it be further resolved that student leaders on this campus should be an example to their peers in order to further encourage everyone to take more consideration of how they treat their fellow students.
Miguel Rios, News on the Twos.
News on the Twos has been updating you on the new regulations the Department of Education has set for colleges. But it looks like they are starting to focus on more than just Title IX. Jamison Kiefover has the story.
Let's take a look at what U.S. Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos is focusing on right now: Title IX regulations, hurricane relief, and for-profit colleges. Last time, News on the Twos told you about the new guidelines set in place for the way campuses handle sexual assault. The last update she gave was on September 7th, stating the Department of Education will follow the proper legal procedures to craft a new Title IX regulation that better serves students and schools. We also told you that at least 300,000 sexual assault cases were being held until the department places final guidelines for Title IX. Her staff said that they would take a couple of months to come up with a better system, but it's now November and there have not been any more changes to the federal Title IX policies. Now DeVos is focused on Texas hurricane relief. She visited 3 charter schools in the Houston area that are still rebuilding 2 months after Hurricane Harvey hit. She met with parents and teachers to hear their stories.
What is happening, what has happened, and the way this whole community has come together to move forward. And I know that we at the Department of Education stand alongside them to help clear the way in whatever ways we can.
DeVos visited Louisiana school officials back in September with President Trump after they experienced flooding, but there has been no word of a visit to Puerto Rico as they rebuild after Hurricane Maria. DeVos has also been receiving criticism since August for her stance on for-profit colleges. The gainful employment rule put into place by the Obama administration stated that for-profit colleges, or non-degree programs, had to respect debt-to-income rates for their graduates. Before this rule was put into place, these schools would put students in debt without the ability to pay it back because they were only qualified for low-paying jobs. DeVos is trying to rescind the rule and has put a team together to rewrite the law, but some lawmakers don't agree.
Secretary DeVos said the gainful employment rule has been, quote, repeatedly overturned by the courts. Wrong. In effect, since it went into effect in 2015, every federal court it's been in front of has upheld the underlying rule. The Secretary is just plain wrong.
DeVos has put former Dean of DeVry University, Julian Schmoke Jr., in charge of the team that will rewrite the rule. Last year, DeVry University's parent company settled for $100 million to misled students. In the meantime, over 65,000 fraud claims from students are being put on hold until DeVos's team finishes rewriting the rule. DeVos is still focusing on her main platform, school choice, but each of her increased budget proposals have been voted down by Congress, so she hasn't locked down new legislation there either. Jamison Kiefover, News on the Twos.
An update now on the ongoing search for a new president of OCU. The search committee has started the recruiting process to find a new president. A meeting was held asking faculty members to think of people who would be good for the job. And the hiring committee expects to have preliminary interviews done by February so the new president can take office on July 1st. Coming up after the break, I'll take you through what's up with Oklahoma.
And later, students have been waiting a long time for their favorite smoothies and snacks to return to campus. The wait is over. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Oklahoma isn't your room. So don't trash it.
The Oklahoma Capitol has not been able to reach an agreement on a new budget, and they are headed towards impacting tens of thousands of Oklahomans with cuts and changes. I'm Chandler Hardy, and I'm going to break down the top issues the Capitol is trying to mend for the financial deficit. House Bill 1099 was introduced, putting a $1.50 tax on a pack of cigarettes. A similar bill was introduced last extended session, but was ruled unconstitutional because it did not pass by a 75% majority. Representative Kevin Wallace believes the bill will bring $120 million to the state. Oklahoma's 149 senators will take a pay cut of almost 9% in November of 2018. The House of Representatives moved to pass a bill that will take money away from the rainy day fund to pay for services. Taking money from this fund will take the $215 million deficit down to $59 million. This decision could potentially hinder Oklahoma's ability to respond in a crisis. That's what's up with Oklahoma. Back to you, Lauren.
All right, thanks, Chandler. Methodist Hall is the first building going through the university's new energy saving initiative. An email let students know that electrical contractors would be coming into their rooms over the next few weeks to install LED lights that should save energy. OCU Residence Life says this will be happening to all buildings on campus, except for Cokesbury Court. The university hopes that the amount of money saved from the changes will pay off in the long run. After waiting all semester, the newly refurbished Alvin's Market opened to the OCU community last week. The market still has Starbucks coffee, smoothies, and various types of snacks, as well as frozen food options and toiletries. Alvin's hours are getting an upgrade too. It will be open later than it used to be, until 1 in the morning Monday through Thursday, until 8 on Friday, from 9 to 3 on Saturday, and then all Sunday evening.
We're going to turn now to this week's edition of An Inside Look. The Native American tradition is a culture of cultures. This week, News on the Two's Kelsey Simmons introduces us to the president of OCU's Native American Student Association.
Welcome back to an Inside Look. This is episode 4, Our Culture is Unique. This week I spoke with Native American student Kevin Chizzo. Let's take a look. Kevin talks about how he liked OCU as the Chiefs instead of the Stars. He then talks about the appropriation of his culture by professional sports teams.
The Chiefs is not bad. Like, we're fine with the Chiefs because Chiefs is like a title of hierarchy, kind of like you're proud to be a Chief. You're not really. Now, as to Washington Redskins, you know, that's a little bit on the sketchy side. That's more of the cultural appropriation and stuff like that. But for the Chiefs part of it, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I thought it was actually kind of cool.
We happen to be talking about people wearing Native American headdresses, and Kevin says they are designed specifically for each person who wears one. So when someone just throws together a costume, it can be seen as disrespectful.
Not necessarily a ranking, but it's all unique to that person. Like, there's some semblance to it that they have for each different one. So it's unique to that person, it's unique to that culture.
Well, that was episode 4, Our Culture is Unique. On the next episode of An Inside Look, we'll meet another minority student here at OCU.
Thanks, Kelsey. And also, November was Native American Heritage Month. OCU's Director of Multicultural Programs, Russ Tallchief, says he always enjoys discussing and teaching others about his Native American history.
It is very complex. It's very diverse. We have 39 tribes here in Oklahoma, which is nowhere else in the country. We have a tradition here that involves all of our tribal traditions. So it's a culture of cultures.
Tall Chiefs is only one of the many cultures we embrace and celebrate on campus. We'll check in with students again in the next Inside Look.
Flu season is here. The clinic on campus offers flu shots all throughout the winter. Though the clinic says they've already seen an increase in patients, many students are still reluctant to get the shot. But doctors say it's their responsibility to public health to get the vaccination, so they don't give the flu shot to those who would be less able to survive it. In addition to the vaccine, the next best thing is to wash your hands often, keep your hands away from your face, cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze, keep hard surfaces and objects clean, and stay away from those who might be sick.
We're going to take a quick break now, but when we come back, your iPhone might be causing you some pretty funny spelling errors, and autocorrect can't help you with these.
And then in sports, highlights, and a major national honor is handed down to OCU athletics. That and more is coming up right after this. Stay with us.
Oklahoma isn't your room. So don't trash it.
Some people don't think it's easy to be green. Audrey does it every day. Turn off appliances when they're not being used. Shut off the lights when you leave a room. Always recycle paper. Recycle plastic, too. Today, Audrey did her part in helping OCU conserve. It's that easy. Have you done the same? Visit okcu.edu/bluegoesgreen for more information.
Welcome back to News on the Twos. This week in Star Sports, we'll take a look at men's basketball and wrestling as their seasons get underway, as well as volleyball, as they compete for a conference title. Then some exciting news for OCU athletics. We'll start by taking a look at men's basketball. The Stars were 5-0 going into their November 13th matchup against the Randall University Saints, looking to continue their undefeated season. The Stars started out back and forth, with OCU going down at halftime by 6. An early 15-0 run in the second half helped the Stars take the final lead, just 3 minutes in with a Sam Williams layup. The senior forward led the team with 25 points as well as 8 rebounds and 2 blocked shots. Senior forward Rydell Camage kept up the pressure, hitting back-to-back threes, while senior guard Terrence Bonham capped off the run with another three-pointer to make the score 65-55 with 14 minutes left in the game. 67% shooting in the second half gave the OCU the win, along with their third 100-point game of the season. Now, moving on to men's wrestling, as they hosted the Lions College Scots on November 16th in the Stars' second duel of the season. OCU dominated across the board, securing wins in every weight class and winning 5 of the 10 matches by fall. Freshman Montana Moon started off quickly with a takedown in the first period and finally pinned his opponent in less than 3 minutes into the match, securing the 125-pound win. Junior Matt Landgraf, ranked 16th in the NAIA in wrestling and competes at 149 pounds, pinned his opponent within 2 minutes. Freshman Israel Andres Villa was the winner by fall nearly 3 minutes into his matchup at 184 pounds. At 197 pounds, Brian Boozer won by decision 7-4 after 2 takedowns in the third period. The Stars are now 1-1 on the season and will travel to Fort Hays State University on December 3rd to take part in the Bob Smith Open. Finally, in volleyball, the Stars ended a successful regular season with 18-7 record and were trying to complete a perfect tournament run, taking on the Texas Wesleyan University Rams at home in the Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament Finals. OCU started the game hot as the Stars dominated the first set 25-13, with senior Danny Chase serving 3 aces in a row down the stretch. The second set was more competitive, seeing the Rams tie the match 21-21 before the Stars put it away behind an ace from Caitlin Chamness. The Stars jumped out to an early 6-1 lead in the third set, providing the cushion for a comfortable 25-19 victory and clinching the tournament title for the second year in a row. Senior Sonia Vanjovich had 2 aces en route to the receiving conference tournament MVP. The Stars played their national tournament opening round match a week later, coming up short, losing 3-1. OCU Athletics has reached the mountaintop of the NAIA Athletics. They were recently awarded the Director's Cup, marking them as the #1 athletic program in North America. The Stars recorded 4 national championships along with 11 top 10 finishes. Athletic Director Jim Abbott says it was a culmination of OCU's talents that made this happen.
They all contribute to us reaching a level we've never reached. The more success that we enjoy, the harder it is to really accomplish something new. We try to give every sport the opportunity to be successful, and last year was just kind of that magical year where it all came together for us.
OCU maxed out scoring in every category. To see the trophy on campus, go to the trophy case located in the north hallway of the Freedy Center. That wraps up OCU Sports for this week. Make sure to come back next time as winter sports start getting into their conference play. Lauren, Chandler, back to you.
Apple users have gotten a kick out of a company whose logo contains the letter I in front of it. A bug has hit iPhones running iOS 11, making it incapable of typing the word I. The one-letter word is being replaced with the letter A, followed by a question mark instead. Many OCU students have described the problem as being annoying, and some, like Gabby, have avoided the update completely because of it.
So I have yet to update my phone because that update is actually, I think, specifically for the new iPhone, and some iPhones, different models are not able to function properly because it is not for that specific model. I'm a Steve Jobs freak. Like, I'm obsessed with Apple products, so that's why I know that.
Users continue to poke fun at the company through various social media sites, but Apple is now releasing iOS 11.1 that is supposed to fix the autocorrect issue, followed by 11.2 that enhances the Apple Pay features on iPhones. Thanks again for joining us here on News on the Twos.
If you'd like to check out more news on the twos, you can head on over to our YouTube channel or go to MediaOCU.com.
We'll see you next time.